pretty sure this is fertilizer burn or striping.
Jonah, what's up, brother? I don't think you have fertilizer burn. There's a couple of reasons why. One is the time of year. I'm assuming this is a recent video. I hope this isn't something old, because that's going to really throw that theory out the window. But I believe you're in like the Northeast, and so you're probably growing a fescue bluegrass, maybe even primarily bluegrass. But this time of year, the grass probably isn't uptaking enough to really get burnt. You would have to absolutely pound that thing to burn it up this time of year, I think, or have a spill. And so a little bit of overlap is probably not what you're seeing there. I have an explanation that I think answers the question, though. I think what you're seeing is two different things. You're seeing those deeper green stripes you're seeing is actually where the soil is depressed, because somebody's been mowing that yard with a super heavy mower and they probably mowed it wet once or twice. And so the grass in those areas is actually just maybe like a quarter inch taller. And that difference in height allows that grass to recover better from a dull mower blade, or possibly from being mowed wet, because if you mow the grass wet, you can get kind of the same result as a dull blade. And so my guess is somebody either mowed that thing wet or they mowed it with a dull blade. And anywhere where the grass wasn't taller, well, there's not enough season left for it to recover, so it just went into dormancy. And I bet if you go up close to those leaf blades, you're going to see that the tops of those blades are not cleanly cut, and even relative to a normal rotary blade, like on a normal mower. Because it's not a real mower. You're not going to get a golf course clean cut. You're not going to get like that paper cut. But what you can get is a reasonably clean rotor mower cut, with a regular old steel blade. And my guess is that those things are frayed to kingdom come if you go up close on them. And that's what you're seeing. It's not fertilizer burn. It's literally just, it's damage to the leaf tissue of the plant that will probably grow right out of it. No big deal. I don't think that has to do with fertilizer at all. I think it has to do with years of mowing with big mowers, probably bigger than that yard needs, mowing it wet, depressing the ground, and then of course the grass bounces back from that, and those areas have a taller grass. The taller your grass is, the healthier it's going to look, the deeper green it's going to be. In the shorter grass, well, it's going to be the first to yellow out. It's going to be the first to go into dormancy. It's not going to hold that green color as long, especially if a certain stress is introduced. Now, fertilizer could be causing that extra stress, but based on the patterns, here, let me show you. I'm going to do an overlay, and I'll show you what, because unfortunately, not to brag, but I probably spent $3,500 replacing fertilizer burn this year. Now we do a lot, so $3,500 and new sod for a couple spots that a new guy screwed up. It happens. It's actually never happened to us before this year, but this year it happened. At about 3 different yards we had some burn, and my yard was one of them. I'm not proud of it, but it happens. New guys sometimes don't always think. And maybe they decide that they're going to go really slow so they don't have to blow off in between the sidewalk and the street, and then they burn up the entire sidewalk and street. So, you can see my pictures. You see what it looks like, but it's a distinctly different color, like almost like dog urine difference, but it's not the same shade of yellow. And so that's what fertilizer burn looks like. What I'm seeing in yours, it's just too evenly distributed to be burn. I think it's really probably more related to mowing practices. And I hope you're not the guy mowing that yard, because I don't want to be throwing you under the bus or anything. But I do think that has to do with more mowing than it does with fertilizing.